how would you assess things overall? Would you say over the last couple of days?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I wasn't overly happy with today at times, but it's usually just a small segment of it. But the week's been good. Everybody's been on time, been pretty prompt. You know, the bowl people have been fantastic. So we had a couple good practices. Be ready to go on Wednesday.
So is it sort of okay if there's an occasionally kind of a so-so practice?
No.
Gives you an opportunity to get on them, or no?
No, I don't. No, hell, why would I want to do that? It doesn't matter if it's. You know, we're going to practice tomorrow. I told them the rumor was it was Christmas, but we're still practicing. And, you know, for an hour or 2 hours, or however long we go, I mean, the focus needs to be on football. I mean, it's pretty simple. We don't really try to intrude on their free time. I really believe they need to have free time, and they've had a bunch of it, and they got to be responsible with it. But there's time, and there's football too, and whether it's a meeting or practice, their focus got to be at that time. And they've been really good about that all year, but I just had to remind them again today.
Do they get time to spend with their families today or tomorrow if their families are around here?
Yeah, they've had the last couple evenings. They've had 4 or 5 hours each of the last couple of nights, and I think they're going bowling tonight, and they'll have a couple hours after that, and then they'll have a couple hours. As the week goes along, we try to get him. I don't want him walking around. There's a lot of shops and stuff, but I don't want him walking around a whole lot after today, and I don't think they will.
Is that just to keep them off their feet for the most part?
Yeah, pretty much. And there's a lot of places close to the hotel where they can eat, and then again, as it gets closer, we got a few things to keep them occupied at the hotel.
How's the evaluation period for you with the younger guys?
Oh, that's over with. Yeah, it's all scout team stuff now. When we get over here, I mean, we had a couple really good practices back on campus with some of the young guys and got some film on them. But I don't say it's overrated because it's better to have it than not. But spring is a whole little different deal too.
How is focus when you guys are in a different place, not your usual practice facility, that kind of thing?
It's usually a little bit different, but I said yesterday was the day I worry about the most because it's the first day after 4 days off, and I thought yesterday was pretty good. Today wasn't bad. I was just, our standard, you can't, as I told the team, you can't let your standard slip as far as concentration or focus and all that, because then that becomes, the lower part becomes a new standard. We can't have that.
So what attracted you to Garen Justice for the offensive line job?
Well, just knowing him, he was as a player. He's a graduate assistant, kind of following his career a little bit. I thought he was a perfect fit. He knows our offense mostly, and he's got some new ideas as well. And he's going to be a great worker for us. He actually flew out here to participate in one practice. He's flew back last night on a red eye to pick his family up, coming back tomorrow. And so he'll be with us for the rest of the week, and they're really excited to have him.
How did that come about? Did he approach you, or did you guys reach out to him, or
as far as this job? Oh, this job, a little bit both. Yeah, I tell you what, Jim was a good coach, and he'll do a great job at Oregon State. But we had a whole lot of really qualified people interested in this job. So obviously there's a lot to like about Arizona, and I'm really pleased with the guys that were interested in it, and he's got big shoes to fill because Jim and I did a great job, but I think Garen will do fantastic for us.
How do you feel about the 16 guys that you signed a couple days ago?
Oh, really good. It's a really good class. There's probably a few more I know there's a few more that's going to be added to it, and I thought our staff did a good job. And, I don't know where the rankings are. I think probably they'll wait till after February to give everybody's rankings as far as recruiting goes. But it's a really talented class, and there'll be a lot of guys that'll help us right away.
Sure. So did things go the way you thought they would go with the early signing period, would you say?
Pretty much, yeah. And I thought overall there would be about 70% of the guys that signed nationally, and I think the number was right around there somewhere.
How did you know?
Well, you just kind of assumed that, in the profession long enough that is now the signing date. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, there's one in February, but the signing date is really in December. I think hopefully everybody will think about it a little deeper and harder and understand we should have no signing date and really clean it up. I hope that's on the horizon very quickly. I'll keep campaigning, but I only got a few weeks left of being the president of AFCA, and that's a nice title, but I didn't have any votes. So I got at least to make my opinion known the next couple of weeks.
So how do you handle it with the guys who didn't sign? who you still hope will.
Yeah, I think we have I think we have a
do
pretty good
that?
idea where some guys, all those guys are at. So, you know, some of them we're going to actively recruit pretty hard, and then some of them we won't. But we have a really good idea. I feel good where we're at.
There's going to be a quarterback in this class?
Oh yeah, we'll have a quarterback in every class. You know, from every year I'll coach, we'll always have a guy in every class.
So we just heard that Donovan Tate has decided to.
Yeah, Donovan's going to get back closer to home. You know, he's got a whole bunch of little kids, and it's been tough on him. I love Donovan. He's a great young man. He's going to try to find, you know, maybe an FCS school or a school closer to home back in Georgia, and I think he'll have great success.
Not having him, does that change like how many quarterbacks you want to bring in or anything?
No,
like that.
He was really a bonus, you know, with baseball paying away and all that. So we'll bring one in for sure, and it'll be a good one.
Is there a mix of kind of reasons that the guys have given you that they didn't want to sign now and then